everybody? It's your boy Dustin here with Dready Rigger Reactions. Getting this Upchurch, Scru Face Jean. I think we all know what this is probably in response to. I want to be honest, huge fan of Scru prior to all this happening. Huge fan. I do not at all like the way that he handled this. At all. I feel like I hate even using the word clout chasing because I feel like that's just like this key word people like to say. But I feel like he was building things to fit the narrative to be able to start this drama out of nothing. I think anybody that I literally had never listened to Upchurch. Obviously I'd heard of him, never listened to any of his songs, but as soon as the stuff went down with Scru, it literally took me 10 minutes of looking at some Upchurch stuff, finding out about the Spaz Reacts beef, to then see that based on the interactions that Scru and Upchurch had that in that interview, even though they were saying Scru Face, that he was in his mind thinking they were talking about Spaz. Like, it's like one of those things where you're talking to somebody and they say the wrong thing. Like, you're like, yeah man, I just went and saw Avengers Endgame, and man, that was so crazy how Thanos wiped out Thanos' army. And you're like, wait a minute, dude, you just said Thanos wiped out Thanos. Oh, I meant Iron Man. The same thing happens like when somebody else is talking and you think they're talking about somebody else. But it's like, clearly, if you saw what Spaz had said, you could clearly see that he, in his mind, would think that that's who they were talking about. I don't know if Upchurch has responded to saying if he was or wasn't, but I would be willing to bet all the money in my bank account that he was talking about Spaz Reacts. Anyway, I did not like it. I don't like the way he went about it. It really gave me like not a cool vibe at all. Anyways, let's get into this song. Oh, I know what this is. Before we really get into this, I just gotta say, I saw an Eminem remix in the title, and I thought for sure it was gonna be Homicide. I would have bet anything it was gonna be Homicide. What a fucking throwback beat, and I love that beat. Love it.
Oh damn, I think you shot right through my bag of head. No, you're not that accurate, and I wasn't even wearing that. This man just drank a bunch of savage, shooting at me with the BB gun all the way in Nebraska. Yeah, bitch, raise hell and get the corn huskers. Yeah, I know I'm white, but not the White House, bud. I don't know no politics, the only kind of chicks I know are always.
Oh, God. Oh. Track. It sucks balls. It's not the highest quality bar, but I like it. fan base doesn't think for themselves. And I mean, that coming from a guy that has literally tweeted, shouted out SFJ Nation in other reactions. But I'm my own person. I can think on my own, and it's like when a fan base doesn't think on their own, and you see so many of the comments. And now I'll say this as well. I mean, there have definitely been Upchurch fans like talking trash and all that type of shit. So they're not like innocent by any means. But what I have seen more from SFJ Nation than from Upchurch fans is trying to twist this narrative and like say that this was said or this was said or this, that, and the third, and like a lot of false things being said. And I don't like that. For one, it shows like a level of like not having like independent thinking, and it shows a level of ignorance just based on the fact that like a lot of this stuff is on video. So like it's very easy to see like what exactly was said, what wasn't said. And I haven't watched Scru's new video that he posted, 'cause again, I haven't gotten around to it, but I saw somebody in the comments saying something along the lines of like they, saw where he posted some screenshots of people saying like racist comments or something. Like, bro, that's everywhere. That is every fan base. Like, there are racist idiots. There are people that aren't even racist, that just because they are on a platform that they can't be like seen or heard or whatever, will just spout ignorant racist crap. So it's like, you posting like that only, in my opinion, is going to make your like position that you're holding look even worse. Like, it's like you're trying to prove that you were in the right by, posting like 8 screenshots of people saying racist stuff. Like, dude, it looks like a reach to me. And again, I haven't watched that yet, so I'm just going based on what I've heard. So I'll make a formal opinion after I see that. But anyways, I don't like, and he's speaking, Upchurch is speaking on that now, which my problem with Scru's diss is there wasn't a lot of substance to it. And already, like, Upchurch has started rebuttaling, hitting with some personal attacks. Even if they aren't the most complex bars, he's hitting with some personal attacks and responding and rebuttaling what was said. Damn, I don't want to keep stopping this, but again, not like the hardest bar, but I love that. I mean, basically calling him Dr. Seuss rhyming, and he showed up with a steak knife and a chainsaw, like, to his green eggs and ham. I like that. That was hard.
I will kill you on the track, that's no analogy. Career suicide, yeah, you picked it up and done it with your hand up your ass like Ahmed and Jeff Dunham. No strings attached, still a hip-hop puppet. You sound like a motherfucking CNN spokesman. You try so damn much, your great files will probably waterlog without the river race. So get the fuck up on the monkey. Yeah, you rode your own canoe, shit's creek on a summer day. I make sure your headstone reads death by septic tank. You put a whole new meaning to the term underground, cause I devoured you and pushed you out damn much. Your great files will probably waterlog
damn. It is man.
Oh, God!
Beat killing you was God's plan. You look up to this church. Why you pray beforehand? Yeah, you thought your shot was definitely gonna smash. Now I'm burning your ass like a slut who walked up in a Sunday school class. Congratulations, Pat. On the back of the end of this song, I won't be taking that L back. Now, if you please will take a second step away from the microphone before you lose so many followers. You're in the negative zone. Yeah, blue jean face. I heard your shitty track. Was that a publicity stunt? Somebody left in the back. Now people hear you saying trigger words in your rap, and they're like, yeah, Fred, somebody gotta get your body back. A fucking body back for what? This was self-assassination.
Oh, God.
He got people in the comments saying, who the fuck is Upchurch? Is still on sub because he sounds so damn butthurt. Church.
Call the police. Push 9 1.
I told you not to mess with me.
Oh, God, dude. Just going based off the songs. I mean, I think it's clear Upchurch had the better diss. I mean, he had personal attacks. He rebutted a good majority of the things that he said. And especially when you take into account the fact that Scru's song had so little like fact behind it, and the fact that he was like he based his song off of something that wasn't there. It kind of discredits the whole thing. So, I mean, it's clear to me that Upchurch won this. I mean, the production value, obviously, Upchurch is going to have better production value. Well, I mean, honestly, I typically love the way that Scru sounds on a beat, and I feel like Upchurch won in that department as well. I hated the part in Scru's song. Really, the one part that really bothered me is when he was like, yeah, that pussy, yeah, but when people just keep rapping, like the end of the line is the same. Like, I hate that. I can't, like, that's one of my biggest pet peeves in hip-hop, is when people do that. And clear victory. Now, that being said, I think that basically Scru's whole reason for doing this is to blow up bigger. And I think that now Upchurch said that something in his rap about, you know, before you lose so many subs that you're going to be in the negative. That's not going to happen. Clearly, I think that this... Sorry, it's about to get a little dark. I think clearly this is going to be... Clearly, I think this is going to be successful for him. I think he is going to see... I don't know exactly how many. I almost want to make a prediction. But I don't know how many subs he's going to say he's going to get from this. But let's just throw out 20,000. I think it's going to be a good... So, I mean, if you're looking at like a career standpoint, then yeah, you know, was this a smart decision? But for people like me who want to see people go about things the right way, like I've had so many people respond to me in comments when I voiced like what bothered me about some of this stuff. Like, oh, it's a diss track, anything goes. Like, you don't gotta tell me what a diss track is, because I can almost guarantee you I've been listening to diss tracks way longer than most of the people that were responding to me in these comments. I'm all about diss tracks and how anything goes. And some people even named like certain tracks the difference between this track and some of those tracks that were named, like No Vaseline, LL Cool J's, Eminem, MGK's battle, like there was actual substance behind it. That wasn't one person pushing a narrative to start a battle. And I don't like that. I like seeing people do it the right way. Like, yeah, along your rise, if some people, if some people come at you, then yeah, go at them. But again, I don't want to speak for somebody, but from the moment Upchurch made his video and responded to Scru's reaction of his, I would be absolutely shocked if Scru didn't already have it in his mind, man, what do I gotta do to get a diss track on this guy? To come out with a diss track on him. And then when what happened, it was like the sea opened up and it was perfect. But anyways, that's my reaction. I hope you enjoy. I know that I've got a lot of my subscribers, even though I don't have a ton, but a lot of my subscribers are fans of the SFJ, and I'll probably lose them after this, but whatever. I speak what I feel, and that's what I'm about. Scru, if you watch this, which I'm sure you won't, do better. Be a better person. Don't try to take moral shortcuts to get bigger. You've got everything in you to be a huge, huge star. Just do the right thing. And Upchurch, this is to you. One of my first time hearing your music. I loved it. Very entertaining. Brought the comedy. Brought bars. You killed it, dude. But anyways, everybody like, subscribe. This is Dustin. Dreddy Ruger Reactions. I'm out. Peace.